Science, Teaching, and Me. What I have learned thus far about teaching, planning, and how I have grown as a teacher by Heather Wellman. Okay class, let's do a lesson in science. Wait, let's try that again. Class, we're going to do some science. My number one goal as a teacher is to create an environment where my students will not only become engaged in science, but all subjects. One of my values as a teacher is teaching science for all. It is important that all of my students benefit and learn from my science teaching, and that students feel comfortable and enjoy learning science in my classroom. I want my students to draw upon resources provided in my classroom so they can further their learning and investigation. I also want my students to use science to ask questions and find answers. I would like for each of my students to become a classroom scientist. Students will post a question in the classroom, and it will be the student's job to find an answer to a question that is not theirs. My second value as a teacher is integration. In today's classrooms, science is a subject that is being pushed back due to the demand for literacy and math. However, I have found that with creative planning, there should be no excuse as to why science can be integrated into other subjects. Students could make an observation journal and write something new each week. Science also involves measurement and numbers, which is math. Integration allows students to learn that all subjects are related and they can use multiple subjects at one time. My third value is using technology in the classroom. Technology is a very useful resource to use in the classroom. Technology allows students to engage in learning in ways different than normal. Technology also allows teachers to experiment with new ideas and methods of teaching. My helpful planning tools. The biggest thing I have found with lesson planning is to start early. You never know what last-minute idea could pop into your head that could change your entire plan. I have also found that pre-assessment is very useful. It allows me to get an idea of where my lowest and highest achieving students are so I can plan to teach to every student. How I have grown as a teacher. I have learned that it is very enjoyable and rewarding to have fun with your students in the classroom. I have also learned that science is a subject that is not taught all the time, and my students have taught me that when it is taught, it is not favored. My goal as a teacher is to make science lessons that are enjoyable and engaging. Another thing that I have learned is that integration is not only important, but very easy to do. It is important for my students to think and that science is everywhere. I'm very excited to become a teacher and have my own classroom, but in the meantime, I'm very excited about learning new methods and strategies for teaching and becoming the best teacher that I can be.